Tour de Saises is perhaps less well known than some of its more illustrious near neighbours, but over recent years it's become one of the most frequented cols in the Tour de France. But when combined with the Comet de Roseland, it gives the most direct and perhaps also the most interesting route between the Tarantaise Valley and the Haute Savoie. So in the last few years it comes through here virtually every year. When approaching from the north or west, the climb officially starts here at this ancient crossroads in the village of Flumet. Whether you're coming from the Megève direction, Geneva direction or Albertville direction, all routes converge via here. But this year the Tour de France is following a slightly different route, coming from further down the valley towards Eugene and taking a longer, steeper and harder climb, so that's where I'm going to head now. The official start to the climb for this year's tour starts here, on this much less attractive bridge. But to get here, they were already been climbing for around about 15 kilometres from all the way down in Eugene via the Category 2 climb of the Omri sur Eugene, which is just up that way. So only a very small descent from the bottom of that climb and you're climbing again straight away. So it's a pretty hefty combination when you combine the two back to back. And from here, it's a climb of around about 15 kilometres to the col, average gradient of 7 point something percent, and just under 1,000 metres of total elevation gain, with a little bit of up and down through a couple of villages halfway up. But yeah, other than that, it's a pretty consistent climb. It's a pretty steep climb from the off. The first few kilometres average around about 8 or 9%, I think. But unusual for a Tour de France climb, there's no kilometre markers telling you how far you've gone and how steep it is going to be. I'm not sure if the Tour's ever taken this start to the climb before. This might be a first. The Tour first tackled the climb in 1979, so all things considered, it's a relatively modern climb, and since then it's featured 15 times in total. It's both directions, all different approaches. This year will be the 16th. It also features in the Dauphiné regularly, and I believe this year it's also in the Tour de France Femme avec Swift as well. So yeah, it's a popular route. There's not a huge amount to see in the lower part of this climb because it's in quite dense woodland. Thankfully, at least, trees provide some shade because being very low down, it's absolutely scorching down here. It's a little bit disorientating without any kind of kilometre markers. I don't know if I've gone 1 kilometre or 5. No doubt it's somewhere in between. But yeah, I don't know how hard to gauge my effort. Crest Voland, the first sign of civilization on the climb from this side. First bit of view as well. Nice view up to Montchavin in the RV up there. This is the first time that the gradient's eased since the bridge at the bottom. You first have to catch a breather. That first bit was actually pretty brutal. Such a constant gradient that you have to maintain a constant pressure on the pedals, otherwise you just stop. So it's 6.3 kilometres from the bridge at the bottom of the climb to just outside the tourist information here in Crest Voland, which means there's about another 8 or 9 kilometres to go. That's why this road's been so busy today. The main road's closed. It's a good job I didn't try and show you the route up from Flumet, because that's it, and somewhere down there we'll have to stop and turn around, which would have been very disappointing. From here anyway, we've rejoined the main road for the final kilometre or two up to Les Saises, but it's relatively low angle from here on in now. We've done most of the climbing, so yeah, just a gentle cruise up to the top of the col from here. That was the final kilometre mark, just around the corner, so it's just over a kilometre now. Or rather, just under a kilometre now. So that was the ski town of the Saises, just over the other side of the col from the top of the Col de Saises. Great mountain biking here, for what it's worth. So from here, the tour will descend down into Beaufortin, and up over the Comte de Roseland, down again to Bourg Saint-Maurice, and up for a stage finish in the Plan. Other years they've gone on to finish in teens, and I think you've even finished over the Col de Iseran as well. So yeah, it's always a big day anytime the Col de Saises is involved in this direction. But for me, I've got a long ride back home now, but at least it's mostly downhill from here. At the end of the video, you'll find my playlist for classic Tour de France climbs, of which Col de la Loze and Col de Madeleine both feature, and they feature in this year's Tour de France as well. So if you're interested in more of what's happening this year's tour, then check those videos out.